the Lego Star Wars set number 75354, the Coruscant Guard Gunship. So I am not showing you guys the front of the box because my address is on the front. So you get to see all the lovely buckbacks art. And yeah, so I'm not getting doxxed for nothing. So let's get our itty bitty little knife out here and get right into this. Oh. I'd like to take a moment here to discuss some things that I personally come to find while building the set. So, one of the first things I'd like to discuss is the figure selection. Now, in this set, you get 5 figures, which I will say is fairly decent considering the build. I mean, if there was like another side build along with it, I'd expect at least 2 more figures. However, 5 figures is a substantial amount for a set of this size, especially considering it's not even a full-size gunship. However, let's just talk about the different figures in the set. First, you get Padme, which you can see right there on the screen. So you get a nice Padme Amidala with the set. And I'll say this, it's a nice figure. However, I have heard from other YouTubers that it's not an original Padme head. It's actually a head for Jyn Erso from Rogue One, which is kind of sad. But the next figure you actually get is Captain Fox, who's right there. And I'm kind of surprised that they did this set, considering how much Clone Wars fans hate Captain Fox. It's kind of an odd choice, but I can see why they went with it. But as you progress through the set, you eventually get to Palpatine. Yeah, that's right, Sheev Palpatine, not Emperor Palpatine. We're talking about the Chansey boy. So, it's a nice figure, although it does look like he's, I wish that they could do something about the gown, because, or robes, because, it looks nice. However, it doesn't move, it doesn't do anything, it just sits there. There's not really much to it. And now I want to get to my personal favorite figures of the set. Yes, my personal favorite figures of the set. The Shock Troopers. Just the regular plain old Shock Troopers. God, they just look so nice. And I'm kind of nostalgic for them in a sense, because I always wanted a set as a kid. I never had the set, but hey, look at me, I'm an adult now, and I'm able to afford a set. And I've actually ordered more on Whatnot, so they'll be added to the Clone Army soon, and you'll see that, but yeah. I'd have to say that the Shock Troopers are my favorite. My only complaint about the figures, though, is that I wish that they had done an additional Shock Trooper, just for, say, shock value. Now, one thing I would like to discuss about this, too, is the build scale. Now, a lot of fans of LEGO and Star Wars have both already put in their 2-piece about this. But one thing I'd just like to discuss is that what I think LEGO was doing here, and you can completely say, Joey, that's absurd, why would you even think that? What I'm thinking here is that since it's a Coruscant Guard ship, is that they were thinking, hey guys, what if we made a gunship, but instead of for like an army, for like a police, because that's what the Coruscant Guard is like an advanced police. So what I'm thinking is that instead of, by having the single door instead of the double door, it's meant to act more as like police filing out of a van as compared to troops being dropped off in a loading bay or something like that. So what I felt like they were doing here was policey gunship, which I feel like they just ended up making a lot of LEGO fans mad. In fact, there's not even rockets on the top, which would make sense if it's for a police thing, because police aren't going to they shouldn't. But yeah, they shouldn't be destroying property that belongs to the city that they're trying to protect. So it makes sense that they wouldn't have missiles on top. But again, Lego just ended up making a lot of people upset. This is just what I was thinking to myself, and I don't know what Lego has said about it, but that's just me with my thoughts. And anyways, aside from the build and like how inaccurate it is with size and whatnot, let's just talk about how cool it looks, because it's like the first customized gunship that we've seen, and it's unique, and I just wanna kiss it right on its mouth. But yeah, and there's more than enough features to go around. It's got opening doors. It's got a panel. It's got all sorts of stuff in it, guys. But I get why people are upset with the set, but I really like it. All right, we've taken our pictures and whatnot, so let's actually talk about the product itself. What I really enjoy is, pardon me. What I really enjoy here is this little finger guy. Look, I'm holding this up with one hand. Not even a hand, a finger. That's insane. Dude, like, that's crazy, okay? But some more of these features we need to talk about is these not flick fire. These are stud shooters, goodness gracious. I'm a bit out of it right now. I did just recently wake up because, well, the battery died last night in the camera, so then I had to, just finish building because I was like, I'm not going to wait another 4 hours because I know it would have been like 2 a.m. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm trying to make content here, guys. I'm not trying to kill myself. But, yeah. I finished the build last night, so it wasn't completed in the time lapse, but it's got some nice features, like with this these stud shooters here. And what I really like is the ball turrets. This is also my first Republic gunship ever, so I might be a bit biased on it, but I think it's a nice little set, I really enjoy the, just like, moving the ball turrets around. This is, look at that. You can really mess up some bad guys if you catch my drift. Mess up some separatist forces real nice. But, there's always the downsides to these products, and I mean, what can I say that hasn't been said about this? Because everyone knows that Republic gunships have double doors. This is ridiculous. No, this doesn't count as a double door. No, this is a compartment for nothing. A compartment for nothing. So yeah, people have complained about this in other Lego videos, but I mean, it's just kind of frustrating because I know that in past sets, like, they had a command center in there. That's super cool. I mean, with all the spare pieces that you get, why not just make it for a command center at that point, Because I feel like it would be the same amount of pieces. I just feel like Lego needs to do better in the realm of, what the fans want. And just like, I know there's also modifications you can make, and I'm not going to do that, honestly, because it kind of makes it less sturdy, the build, and I like how this is a tank in the air, essentially, and that's what I love about this guy. But, yeah, it's a nice setup, but unfortunately, it's a bit small, and it's just missing key features of gunships. And I mean, technically, this is kind of ball-shaped, but it's not a ball turret by any means. And there's also no rockets on top anymore, so whatever Lego's thinking with that, I honestly have no clue. But maybe future gunships will improve upon this, upon all the backlash that Lego has gotten, and all we can do is hope for the future. But overall, I'd say the set's very nice, a fairly decent selection of figures, although, I mean, they do fit with the set, but it's kind of like, do we want Commander Fox? Do we want Commander Fox? That's the thing. I don't think we do. People don't like him. But Shock Troopers, amazing. So glad that they're in here. Or Coruscant Guard, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to call them Shock Troopers for all intents and purposes. So yeah. Highlights of the set. These two. That's all I'm going to say.
Remember to like and subscribe for more of my content and to find similar content on your feed.